Number 1. This 1971 Chevrolet Nova SS, offered at $12,000 and located in Las Vegas, Nevada, is presented as a genuine super sport project that retains its original identity and strong performance pedigree from the factory. The seller describes it as an original numbers matching example, equipped from new with a desirable 350 cubic inch V8 rated at 270 horsepower, making it an authentic Muscle-era Nova rather than a clone or tribute. This car is positioned clearly as a project, with no claims of being road-ready, but its honesty and originality are what make it appealing to serious builders and collectors. Described simply as a great project car, it represents a solid foundation for someone looking to restore or build a true SS Nova with documented factory credentials rather than starting from an incomplete or questionable base. From a drivetrain and performance standpoint, this Nova SS was originally configured as a true 4-speed car, adding significantly to its desirability among enthusiasts. It retains the correct manual transmission setup, although the Muncie transmission itself is currently missing, which is clearly disclosed by the seller. Importantly, the clutch, bell housing, and driveshaft are still present, preserving much of the hard-to-source manual conversion hardware and making the replacement of the transmission far more straightforward. Out back, the car is equipped with a correct 12-bolt rear end fitted with 3.73 gears and a positive differential, a highly sought-after combination that speaks to the car's factory performance intent and provides an excellent base for either a stock restoration or a more aggressive street-oriented build. The seller notes that the engine has not been started, reinforcing that this is a true project and should be approached accordingly by the next owner. However, the fact that the original numbers-matching 350 engine remains with the car adds significant value and authenticity, especially for those aiming to keep the car period correct. The combination of the original V8, 4-speed configuration, and heavy-duty rear end places this Nova SS squarely in the category of serious Muscle-era machinery, even in its current non-running state. Rather than being a stripped shell, it is described as a largely intact project that has not been overrepresented, allowing buyers to assess and plan the build realistically. Overall, this 1971 Nova SS stands out as an honest and desirable restoration candidate with key original components already in place. Its factory super sport status, numbers-matching engine, 4-speed pedigree, and 12-bolt positive rear end form a strong core that many project cars lack. While it will require time, effort, and investment to return it to the road, the fundamentals are there for someone who values originality and performance history. For the right buyer, this Las Vegas-based Nova SS offers the opportunity to bring a true Muscle-era Chevrolet back to life with confidence in what it started as from the factory. Number 2. This 1956 Oldsmobile Holiday 98 hardtop, offered at $11,000 and located in Spokane Valley, Washington, is presented as an exceptionally solid and highly original full-size classic that stands out for its condition and completeness. The seller emphasizes that there is no rust anywhere on the car, a major claim for a vehicle of this age and one that immediately elevates its appeal among collectors and restorers. Described as 100% complete and original, this Oldsmobile retains its correct body style and trim, with a very nice overall appearance that reflects careful ownership. The Holiday 98 hardtop represents the top-tier luxury and performance offering from Oldsmobile in the mid-1950s, making this an increasingly desirable model for enthusiasts who appreciate both styling and substance from the era. Under the hood, this Oldsmobile is powered by its original 324 cubic inch V8 engine, which is reported to run very nicely, paired with an automatic transmission that shifts perfectly. Both the engine and transmission are said to have approximately 40,000 miles on them, suggesting a drivetrain that has seen moderate use and has been well maintained over time. The car is equipped as an original factory air conditioning vehicle, a rare and desirable option for 1956, and the entire AC system has been rebuilt, adding both comfort and value. Additional factory-style luxury features include power windows, power brakes, and power locks, along with an automatic headlight dimmer, reinforcing this car's status as a premium offering in its day. Mechanically, the seller notes that significant recent work has been completed to improve safety and reliability. The braking system has been fully refreshed with new brakes, including wheel cylinders, a master cylinder, and a booster. All vacuum lines for the brakes are new as well, although they still need to be attached, which is disclosed transparently and allows the next owner to finish this final detail. These updates suggest the car has been actively maintained rather than simply stored, and they reduce the immediate mechanical work typically associated with mid-1950s projects. The combination of a strong-running V8, smooth-shifting automatic transmission, and upgraded braking components makes this Oldsmobile a candidate for regular enjoyment once final details are addressed. Visually and inside, the car continues to impress with a nice body and good paint that complement its clean, rust-free structure. The interior has been updated with a new dash pad and new carpet, while the overall interior condition is rated by the seller as about an 8 out of 10, indicating a well-preserved and comfortable cabin that still retains its period character. As a complete, original Holiday 98 hardtop with factory air conditioning, luxury options, and a strong drivetrain, this Oldsmobile offers a rare blend of originality, condition, and drivability. Offered at $11,000 or best offer, it represents a compelling opportunity for someone seeking a high-end 1950s American classic that is far beyond a typical project and ready to be enjoyed with minimal finishing work. Number 3. This 1968 Chevrolet El Camino, offered at $16,995 and located in Portland, Oregon, is presented as a well-kept and highly appealing example of Chevrolet's unique car-truck hybrid from the muscle car era. It is offered with a clean title and is reported to show just 25,000 miles, a notably low figure that aligns with the seller's description of long-term, careful ownership. The El Camino is described as being in great condition overall, benefiting from a prior owner who kept it for approximately 30 years and stored it in a garage throughout that time. This long-term stewardship and indoor storage history strongly suggest a vehicle that has been preserved rather than neglected, making it an attractive option for buyers seeking a solid, honest classic rather than a rough project. Powering this El Camino is a 327 cubic inch Chevrolet V8, a respected and well-balanced small-block engine known for its smooth power delivery and reliability. The engine is reported to run strong, paired with an automatic transmission that complements the car's dual-purpose nature, making it equally suited for cruising or light utility use. While the listing does not detail recent mechanical work, the overall description implies a drivetrain that has been maintained and remains in good operating condition. The combination of the 327 V8 and automatic transmission is a desirable setup for enthusiasts who want classic V8 performance without sacrificing everyday drivability. From a condition standpoint, the seller emphasizes that the vehicle is in great shape, supported by its garage-kept life and long-term ownership. These factors often translate into better body integrity, preserved trim, and an interior that has avoided the harsh effects of prolonged outdoor exposure. Although specific cosmetic details are not broken down, the overall presentation is positioned as clean and well cared for rather than a restoration candidate. This makes the El Camino appealing to buyers who want to enjoy it as is while making incremental improvements over time if desired. Overall, this 1968 El Camino represents a strong blend of classic muscle-era styling, V8 power, and practical versatility. Its reported low mileage, clean title, long-term ownership history, and strong-running 327 engine form a solid foundation that many buyers look for in a classic vehicle. With trades welcomed by the seller, this Portland-based El Camino offers flexibility in acquisition and stands as a compelling opportunity for anyone seeking a distinctive and usable classic Chevrolet that can be driven and enjoyed rather than immediately taken apart for restoration. Number 4. This 1966 Ford Thunderbird, offered at $9,900 and located in Spokane Valley, Washington, is presented as a well-equipped and carefully kept personal car that reflects long-term ownership and thoughtful maintenance. The seller notes having owned the car for approximately 10 years, during which time it has always been garaged, helping preserve both its overall condition and originality. This Thunderbird is positioned as a solid driver with strong potential rather than a neglected project, and the asking price is stated to reflect the few remaining issues honestly. With a recent price reduction motivated by a move and the need for a quick sale, It is described as a fairly priced opportunity for someone looking to step into a classic personal luxury car from the mid-1960s. Under the hood, this Thunderbird is powered by the 390 cubic inch V8, a smooth and torquey engine well suited to the model's refined cruising character. The car is described as having every available power option offered for that model year, underscoring its status as a fully loaded example when new. These features, combined with the big block V8, made the Thunderbird one of the most advanced and comfortable American cars of its era, and this example retains that premium feel. While the listing does not suggest major mechanical issues, it is clear that the car is being sold as a running, usable classic that may benefit from some final sorting to reach its full potential. Cosmetically and structurally, the seller discloses a couple of small rust spots located low on the body beneath the paint, a common area for cars of this vintage. Importantly, the car is already at a body and paint shop, and the seller states that these areas will be repaired at no additional cost once the car is sold, either at the buyer's request or as part of a negotiated agreement. This transparency, along with the willingness to address the issues, adds confidence and value for the next owner. The car is priced with these imperfections in mind, reinforcing the seller's claim that the asking figure is fair and realistic rather than optimistic. Overall, this 1966 Thunderbird is offered as a solid, well-optioned classic with a strong engine, long-term garaged history, and only minor cosmetic needs standing between it and a higher level of finish. The seller notes that the intention was to take the car further, but changing circumstances now allow someone else to complete that vision. With a significantly reduced price and a clear motivation to sell, this Spokane Valley Thunderbird represents an appealing blend of luxury, power, and potential for a buyer who recognizes value and is ready to act decisively. Number 5. This 1966 Chevrolet Impala, offered at $24,000 and located in Lompoc, California, is described as a true time capsule that has never been molested or altered, retaining its originality throughout. The seller emphasizes that this Impala remains exactly as it left the factory, still wearing its original paint and original interior, a rare and increasingly difficult find for a full-size Chevrolet from the mid-1960s. Presented as a matching numbers car, it stands out as an honest survivor rather than a restored or modified example, appealing strongly to purists and collectors who value authenticity above all else. The overall impression is of a car that has been preserved rather than rebuilt, offering a genuine snapshot of what a 1966 Impala was like when new. Mechanically, this Impala is positioned as a true driver, not a static showpiece. The seller states that it is a get-in-and-drive-anywhere car, with everything functioning as it should, including all gauges, lights, and electrical components. This level of functionality suggests consistent care and maintenance over the years, rather than long-term neglect or storage-related deterioration. Being a matching numbers vehicle further reinforces that the original drivetrain remains intact, adding to both its historical value and overall credibility. For buyers who want to enjoy a classic Chevrolet on the road without immediately facing mechanical sorting or restoration work, this Impala presents itself as a rare opportunity. Visually and inside, the car's untouched condition is one of its strongest selling points. The original paint and interior are described as still present and unaltered, offering the kind of patina and authenticity that cannot be replicated once lost. Rather than fresh materials or modern replacements, this Impala delivers an original look and feel that reflects decades of careful ownership. The fact that it has never been taken apart or modified makes it especially appealing to those who appreciate survivor cars and understand how difficult it is to find full-size Chevrolets that have avoided customization over the years. This originality allows the next owner to preserve it as is, lightly refresh it, or simply enjoy it as a rolling piece of automotive history. Adding to its appeal, the seller mentions having additional spoke wheel options available, giving the buyer flexibility in presentation. These include fully chromed Zenith-style spoke wheels or an all-gold version, allowing the car's appearance to be tailored to personal taste while still remaining period-correct in style. The seller also notes interest in a Chevrolet convertible project from the 1961 to 1964 range, but makes it clear there is no urgency to sell, suggesting confidence in the car's value and desirability. Overall, This 1966 Impala represents a rare combination of originality, drivability, and documentation through its matching number status, making it a compelling choice for anyone seeking a true survivor-level Chevrolet that can be enjoyed immediately while continuing to appreciate in character and value. Number 6. This 1965 Ford Mustang Coupe, offered at $37,500 and located in Boise, Idaho, represents a beautifully restored example of the very first model year of one of America's most iconic automobiles. As an original first-year Mustang, it carries special historical significance, and with 2025 marking its 60th anniversary, this car stands as a milestone piece in the Mustang legacy. The seller states that a full restoration has just been completed, performed thoroughly from top to bottom, with no corners cut in the process. Every component has either been restored or replaced, resulting in a car that presents as exceptionally fresh while still respecting its original identity. A detailed photo album documenting the restoration process is included with the car, offering transparency and confidence in the quality and depth of the work performed. Under the hood, this Mustang retains its original style 200 cubic inch inline six-cylinder engine, a power plant known for its smooth operation and reliability. The engine is reported to run perfectly, with a strong and even 150 psi of compression across all cylinders, indicating excellent internal health and careful assembly during the restoration. While many restored Mustangs are converted to V8 power, this example stays true to its roots, appealing to collectors who value originality and balance over raw horsepower. The drivetrain is presented as sorted and dependable, making this Mustang not just a showpiece but a car that can be driven and enjoyed with confidence on a regular basis. Visually, the car is finished in its original Rangoon red, enhanced by a high-end paint job that elevates the classic color to a show-quality level. The paint is described as beautifully done, highlighting the crisp body lines and timeless proportions that made the Mustang an instant success when it debuted. Subtle custom touches have been incorporated thoughtfully, including shaved door handles that give the car a cleaner, more refined appearance without detracting from its classic character. The doors now open via a push-button fob, blending modern convenience with vintage style in a way that feels intentional rather than out of place. These details suggest a restoration aimed at both aesthetics and usability, creating a car that feels special every time it is approached or driven. Overall, this Mustang is positioned as a standout example that would serve as the centerpiece of any classic car collection. The seller notes that it would be difficult to find another original first-year Mustang restored to this level of quality and condition, especially one that maintains its authentic configuration while benefiting from a comprehensive, documented restoration. Its combination of historical importance, exceptional cosmetic presentation, strong mechanical condition, and tasteful upgrades makes it appealing to both collectors and enthusiasts alike. Priced to sell at $37,500, this Boise-based 1965 Mustang offers a rare opportunity to own a first-year icon that has been brought back to life with care, detail, and respect for its original design, while still being ready to be driven and enjoyed. Number 7. This 1972 Chevrolet Nova SS clone, offered at $43,000 and located in Pasco, Washington, is presented as a thoroughly built and aggressively upgraded muscle car that focuses on performance, presentation, and documentation rather than originality. Clearly identified as an SS clone, this Nova is not attempting to pass as a factory supersport, but instead stands on its own as a high-quality custom build designed to deliver serious power and modernized driving characteristics. The car has undergone an extensive rotisserie-style rebuild, indicating that it was fully disassembled and refinished with attention given to areas often ignored in lesser restorations. This level of work places it firmly in the category of a premium restomod rather than a simple cosmetic refresh, and it is offered with a clean title, reinforcing its readiness for transfer and enjoyment by the next owner. At the heart of this Nova is a brand-new Blueprint 383 cubic inch stroker engine, rated at an impressive 457 horsepower, transforming the lightweight Nova platform into a formidable street machine. This engine choice delivers a strong balance of torque and top-end power, making the car equally capable of aggressive acceleration and confident highway cruising. Power is routed through a custom-built TH350 automatic transmission, selected for its strength and reliability in high-horsepower applications. Out back, the drivetrain is further fortified with a 10-bolt rear end upgraded with Moser axles, C-clip eliminators, and Yukon gears, creating a robust and dependable rear assembly designed to handle the engine's output without compromise. Aeromotive fuel system components are also included, underscoring that this build was engineered with performance and reliability in mind rather than simply visual appeal. The chassis and braking systems have been addressed to match the car's increased power, ensuring it performs as confidently as it accelerates. The Nova is equipped with power steering for improved drivability and disc brakes, providing significantly better stopping capability compared to original factory drum setups. A dual exhaust system completes the mechanical package, likely delivering both improved performance and an appropriately aggressive sound to match the car's character. These upgrades collectively result in a vehicle that is not only fast in a straight line, but also far more composed and user-friendly than a stock early 1970s Nova, making it suitable for spirited street driving, cruising, or show use. Visually, the car has been refinished inside and out to a high standard, with a striking exterior finished in fire mist metallic red that gives the Nova a bold, modern presence while still respecting classic muscle car styling. The interior has been refinished in black, creating a clean and purposeful contrast that complements the exterior color and performance-focused theme. The seller notes that extensive documentation accompanies the car, including receipts and build photos, providing transparency and proof of the investment and workmanship involved in the build. Taken as a whole, this Nova SS clone represents a turnkey, high-horsepower classic that blends vintage styling with modern performance hardware, offered at a level that reflects the depth of the build rather than just the badge it wears. Number 8. This 1964 Chrysler Newport, offered at $10,000 and located in Garfield, Washington, is presented as a well-preserved and highly enjoyable full-size classic that retains much of its original character while benefiting from thoughtful mechanical updates. The Newport represents Chrysler's mid-1960s blend of size, comfort, and distinctive engineering, and this example is positioned as a strong-driving, honest car rather than a neglected project. The seller notes that the vehicle drives amazingly, immediately setting the tone that this is a car meant to be used and enjoyed on the road. With its solid presentation and preserved originality, it stands as an appealing option for buyers looking for a classic that delivers both presence and usability without requiring immediate restoration work. Powering this Newport is its original 361 cubic inch V8 engine, a smooth and torque-rich power plant well suited to moving a full-size Chrysler with ease. The engine has been upgraded with a new 4-barrel carburetor, improving throttle response and overall drivability while still respecting the car's original configuration. Power is delivered through Chrysler's iconic push-button automatic transmission, a defining feature of the era that adds both charm and historical interest. The drivetrain is complemented by a new dual exhaust system, which not only enhances performance but also gives the car a proper V8 sound that matches its size and character. Together, these components contribute to the seller's claim that the car drives exceptionally well. In terms of comfort and features, this Newport is equipped with several desirable factory options that reinforce its role as a premium full-size cruiser. It includes power seats and a power-operated rear window, features that were considered upscale in the mid-1960s and still add convenience today. The interior is described as original and in good shape, suggesting it has been well cared for and preserved rather than replaced or heavily modified. All of the glass is reported to be in great condition, an often overlooked but important detail that speaks to the overall integrity of the car and helps maintain a quiet, comfortable driving experience. Rounding out the package are new tires and wheels, which improve both the stance and road manners of the vehicle while allowing the next owner to enjoy it immediately without additional expense. The seller also notes that they believe the mileage to be original, further supporting the impression of a lightly used and well-maintained classic. Overall, this 1964 Chrysler Newport offers a compelling mix of originality, comfort, and mechanical freshness, making it an excellent candidate for someone seeking a distinctive American classic that stands apart from more common muscle cars while still delivering V8 power, smooth cruising, and strong road presence. Number 9. This 1952 Chevrolet Sport Coupe, offered at $12,000 and located in Spanaway, Washington, is presented as a largely stock and thoughtfully owned early 1950s classic with a strong mechanical foundation and valuable included upgrade components. The seller notes that this is their father's car, adding a personal element that often accompanies long-term care rather than speculative resale. Positioned as an honest, straightforward offering, the car is described without exaggeration, emphasizing its originality, drivability, and the additional parts that come with it. With a clear preference for a cash sale and no interest in trades, this Chevrolet is offered as a solid, traditional American coupe with both immediate enjoyment and future potential in mind. Under the hood, the car is currently powered by its original-style 216 cubic-inch inline six-cylinder engine, paired with a 3-speed manual transmission on the column, commonly known as 3 on the tree. This classic drivetrain configuration delivers the authentic driving experience expected from an early 1950s Chevrolet and reinforces the car's largely stock nature. The seller also includes a significant collection of additional drivetrain components, notably a 5-speed manual transmission sourced from an S10, along with a matching rear end, driveline, and bell housing from the same donor platform. In addition, a larger and more powerful 292 cubic-inch inline-six engine is included, giving the next owner the option to retain originality or step up to a more modernized and highway-friendly setup using period-correct Chevrolet inline-six power. Mechanically, several recent updates have been completed to support reliability and drivability. The car has been fitted with a new radiator, a new thermostat with housing, and new upper and lower radiator hoses, addressing critical cooling system components that are essential for confident operation. These updates suggest that the car has been actively maintained rather than simply stored, and they reduce the immediate maintenance burden often associated with vehicles of this era. While the car is described as pretty much stock, it has been lowered, giving it a more aggressive stance while still retaining its classic lines and character. This subtle modification enhances its visual presence without pushing it into full custom territory. Overall, this 1952 Chevrolet Sport Coupe represents a balanced opportunity for an enthusiast who appreciates originality but also values flexibility. It can be enjoyed in its current configuration as a traditional inline-six, column-shifted cruiser, or it can be upgraded using the included S10 5-speed components and 292 engine to create a more capable and comfortable driver. The combination of a solid stock base, desirable extra parts, and recent mechanical attention makes this car appealing to a wide range of buyers, from preservation-minded collectors to hot rod or restomod builders. Offered at $12,000 or best offer, this Spanaway-based Chevy stands as an honest, well-rounded classic with clear ownership history and multiple paths forward for its next caretaker. Number 10. This 1955 Chevrolet sedan, offered at $36,000 and located in Suisun City, California, is presented as a clean and well-executed restomod that blends classic Tri-5 styling with modern performance and drivability upgrades. Described as having been driven approximately 25,000 miles, this Chevrolet stands out for its rust-free body, an essential factor when evaluating any 1955 model given their age and susceptibility to corrosion. The overall presentation is positioned as a finished and sorted vehicle rather than an ongoing project, aimed at buyers who want the iconic look of a mid-1950s Chevrolet without the compromises typically associated with stock mechanicals. The seller is clear that the price is firm, suggesting confidence in the quality, condition, and components that make up this build. Under the hood, this Chevrolet is powered by a mild 383 cubic-inch stroker engine, a popular and well-regarded upgrade that delivers strong torque and reliable power while remaining street-friendly. The engine is paired with a stock turbo 350 automatic transmission, a proven and durable combination that offers smooth shifting and wide parts availability. Power is sent through a stock rear end, indicating a balanced setup focused on dependable cruising rather than extreme racing use. This drivetrain configuration provides a significant performance improvement over the original 1955 offerings, making the car far more enjoyable in modern traffic while still maintaining a classic small-block Chevrolet character. From a mechanical and driving standpoint, this car benefits from several substantial upgrades designed to improve safety, handling, and everyday usability. It is equipped with 4-wheel disc brakes, a major enhancement over factory drum brakes that dramatically improves stopping power and confidence. Rack and pinion steering has also been added, giving the car a more precise and modern steering feel compared to the original steering box setup. A digital dash replaces the factory gauges, providing clear and accurate information while adding a contemporary touch to the cockpit. A new exhaust system completes the mechanical package, contributing to both improved performance and a clean, purposeful sound. The car does not have air conditioning, which is disclosed clearly and may matter to some buyers depending on intended use and climate. Inside, the Chevrolet features a black leather interior that gives the cabin a refined, updated appearance while still complementing the car's classic exterior lines. The combination of leather upholstery and a digital dash creates a clear Restomod theme, emphasizing comfort and functionality over strict originality. The clean, rust-free body serves as a strong foundation for these upgrades, ensuring that the visual appeal is matched by solid underlying structure. Overall, this 1955 Chevrolet represents a thoughtfully built classic that offers vintage style with modern performance and braking, aimed at an enthusiast who wants a turnkey Tri-5 Chevy that can be driven confidently and enjoyed immediately, without the need for further modification or negotiation. Number 11. This 1966 Ford Thunderbird Sport Coupe, offered at $7,000 and located in Beaver Creek, Oregon, is presented as an honest and largely original mid-1960s personal luxury car that remains very usable in its current condition. The seller identifies it clearly as a sport coupe and emphasizes that it retains its original drivetrain, reinforcing its appeal to buyers who value authenticity over heavy modification. Positioned as a driver rather than a show car, this Thunderbird is described as being in pretty good overall condition, suggesting a solid balance between preservation and usability. The asking price reflects a straightforward, realistic offering aimed at someone who wants to enjoy a classic Thunderbird without stepping into a high-dollar restoration or over-restored example. Under the hood, the car is powered by its original 390 cubic inch Ford the 5th 8, paired with a factory automatic transmission, a combination well known for smooth power delivery and relaxed cruising capability. The seller notes that the car runs and drives well, which is a critical point for a vehicle of this age, especially at this price level. There is a mention that it may need a vacuum modulator, a common and generally manageable issue on automatic transmissions of this era, and one that does not detract significantly from the car's overall drivability. This transparency helps set realistic expectations while still reinforcing that the Thunderbird is operational and not a non-running project. From a condition standpoint, the Thunderbird is described as being in pretty good shape overall, implying a presentable body, intact trim, and a generally sound structure consistent with a car that has been maintained rather than neglected. While no extensive cosmetic or restoration claims are made, the tone suggests a car that can be driven and enjoyed immediately, with room for improvement as the next owner sees fit. The Sport Coupe body style offers the clean, formal roofline and distinctive Thunderbird proportions that made these cars icons of 1960s American design, blending luxury presence with muscular V8 power. Adding to its appeal, the seller mentions that some documentation is believed to be included with the car, which can be valuable for understanding its history and maintenance over time. While the extent of this documentation is not fully detailed, its presence supports the idea that the car has been owned and cared for thoughtfully. Overall, this 1966 Thunderbird represents an accessible entry into classic personal luxury motoring, offering original V8 power, a running and driving condition, and solid presentation at a price point that leaves room for light mechanical sorting or cosmetic refinement, making it an appealing option for enthusiasts seeking a genuine, usable classic Ford. Number 12. This 1954 Chevrolet Classic presents as a fully transformed vintage cruiser that blends unmistakable mid-century styling with extensive modern upgrades throughout. The body shows clean lines and a well-finished presentation, riding on painted steel wheels capped with 1958 Impala hubcaps and knockoffs, wrapped in wide white-wall tires that perfectly suit the era. Period accessories like the front window visor, fender skirts, Continental kit, viewfinder, AAA California badge, Smokey the Bear character, and even a vintage tissue dispenser give the car a nostalgic personality while still feeling intentional and cohesive. Underneath, The undercarriage has been undercoat and painted, reinforcing the attention to detail beyond what's visible at first glance. Power comes from a strong-running 350 Ci V8 paired with a turbo 350 automatic transmission, backed by a Ford 9-inch rear end for durability and confidence on the road. The engine bay is fully dressed and detailed, featuring a Holley 4-barrel carburetor, Edelbrock aluminum Endurashine intake manifold, chrome bowtie valve covers and breathers, headers feeding dual Flowmaster exhausts, and a chrome front pulley system with both manual and automatic operation. Cooling and reliability are addressed with an aluminum radiator, polished overflow tank, electric push fan, chrome one-wire alternator, MSD distributor and spark plug wiring, stainless steel high-pressure braided lines, and a relocated interstate battery mounted cleanly in the trunk. A complete GM wiring harness ties everything together for modern electrical dependability. The chassis and suspension have been extensively upgraded to deliver a smooth, confident ride and modern handling. A Mustang 2 front end with rack and pinion steering dramatically improves drivability, while a rear 2-link suspension works in harmony with a full Viair 4-wheel air ride system, allowing the car to sit just right at rest or on the move. Stopping power is handled by 4-wheel disc brakes, paired with a polished master cylinder, chrome brake booster, proportional valve, and chrome horn, offering both safety and show-quality appearance. These upgrades make this '54 Chevy far more than a visual cruiser. It's engineered to be driven and enjoyed. Inside, the cabin continues the blend of classic style and modern comfort. The interior is finished with thoughtful details, complemented by a locker shifter, retro-style stereo system with amplifier, subwoofer, and speakers, and a neatly finished trunk that's fully dressed and carpeted, including a full spare tire with matching hubcap. Vintage air conditioning with a polished compressor adds comfort without compromising the car's character, making it equally suitable for long drives or weekend shows. Offered in Concord, California, this 1954 Chevrolet Classic stands as a carefully built restomod that respects its roots while delivering performance, comfort, and presence well beyond stock form. Number 13. This 1978 Ford Mustang Mach 1, offered at $6,500 and located in Maple Valley, Washington, is presented as an honest, running and driving classic that has remained in regular use until recently, making it a strong candidate for someone seeking a usable vintage Mustang rather than a stalled project. The seller notes that it was daily driven up until a loose belt developed, which currently causes a squeak but is described as an easy fix, and importantly, the car still starts, moves, and stops without issue. Power comes from its original-style 6-cylinder engine paired with a 4-speed manual transmission, a combination that emphasizes simplicity, durability, and classic driving engagement. The engine is said to be strong for its age, reinforcing the idea that this Mach 1 is mechanically alive and not just a static restoration candidate, and the sale includes a clean title in hand for a straightforward transfer. From a mechanical and usability standpoint, this Mustang stands out as a driver-focused classic that can be enjoyed immediately while being improved over time. The fact that it was driven regularly suggests the core systems are functional and sorted enough for real-world use, not just short test drives. The manual 4-speed transmission adds to the car's appeal for enthusiasts who want a more involved driving experience, and the 6-cylinder setup keeps maintenance and ownership costs relatively manageable compared to higher-strung V8 builds. While not positioned as a performance monster, it offers a solid foundation for cruising, weekend use, or gradual upgrades depending on the next owner's vision. Cosmetically and structurally, the car is described with refreshing honesty, acknowledging age-related imperfections typical for a late 1970s Mustang. There are rust spots present, consistent with the era, and the rear panel is noted as needing work, clearly identifying areas that may require attention during restoration or repair. The exterior retains its original paint with a natural patina, giving it a worn-in, survivor-style appearance that fits well with a rat rod or period-correct project look, while also allowing a future owner to decide whether to preserve the patina or refinish the car entirely. This transparency helps set realistic expectations and reinforces that the car is priced as a project or driver, not a showpiece. Inside, the interior is described as presentable for a classic car, though not perfect, which aligns with its role as a usable vintage Mustang rather than a fully restored example. The cabin retains enough originality and condition to be enjoyed as is, while still offering room for improvement if a more refined interior is desired. Overall, this Mach 1 is positioned as a solid project car, weekend cruiser, or restorable classic that balances drivability with restoration potential. It is clearly stated to be not a show car, and it is priced accordingly, making it an appealing option for buyers looking for an affordable entry into classic Mustang ownership with clear paperwork, honest disclosure, and real-world usability. Number 14. This 1965 Chevrolet Impala, offered at $25,000 and located in Las Vegas, Nevada, is presented as a serious performance-oriented classic that blends iconic full-size Chevrolet styling with substantial modern muscle underneath. The seller describes the car as a full roller powered by a built 454 cubic inch big block, emphasizing that this is not a stock cruiser but a purpose-built street machine. The engine features a Stage 3 Edelbrock top-end kit and is bored .030 over, signaling a focus on strong horsepower and torque while still retaining street-friendly characteristics. Feeding the big block is a brawler carburetor, reinforcing the car's straightforward, high-performance setup aimed at aggressive driving and unmistakable presence. From a drivetrain and mechanical standpoint, this Impala is equipped with a 700R4 automatic transmission, a popular upgrade that offers both durability and overdrive capability for more comfortable highway cruising. This combination allows the car to deliver big block power while remaining usable beyond short blasts, making it suitable for longer drives or highway use without excessive engine strain. The seller notes that the car features all aftermarket suspension components, indicating that handling, stance, and overall drivability were key considerations in the build. Rather than relying on aging factory parts, the suspension has been modernized to better manage the power and weight of the big block engine. Visually and structurally, the car is set up with an aggressive stance that immediately defines its personality. It sits on 15-inch wheels all the way around and is described as being down in the weeds, with approximately a 4-inch drop, giving the Impala a low, planted appearance that dramatically enhances its street presence. This lowered setup complements the car's long, wide body lines and reinforces its muscle-oriented identity, making it clear that this is not a stock height restoration but a custom-built cruiser designed to stand out. The lowered stance also works in harmony with the upgraded suspension, suggesting a cohesive approach rather than a purely cosmetic modification. Overall, this 1965 Impala is positioned as a turnkey performance build rather than a restoration project, appealing to buyers who want classic Chevrolet style backed by serious modernized muscle. With a built 454, upgraded transmission, aftermarket suspension throughout, and an aggressive lowered stance, it offers a compelling blend of visual impact and mechanical substance. Located in Las Vegas, Nevada, and priced to reflect its extensive modifications, this Impala represents a bold interpretation of a mid-1960s full-size Chevrolet, aimed squarely at enthusiasts who value power, presence, and drivability over originality. Number 15. This 1964 Chevrolet Corvair Spyder convertible, offered at $38,000 and located in Las Vegas, Nevada, is presented as a fully restored example of Chevrolet's unique and increasingly collectible rear-engine performance convertible from the early 1960s. As a genuine Spyder model, it represents the turbocharged, sport-oriented variant that set the Corvair apart from anything else on the American market at the time. The seller emphasizes that the car has been completely restored, positioning it not as a project or driver-grade example, but as a carefully finished classic that is ready to be enjoyed immediately. The overall impression is of a well-preserved and thoughtfully restored Spyder that showcases both originality and quality workmanship. From a mechanical and structural perspective, this Corvair benefits from extensive restoration work that goes beyond cosmetic improvements. Both the front and rear suspension components have been powder-coated, a detail that speaks to the level of care taken during the restoration and provides long-term durability as well as a clean, finished appearance underneath. The car is reported to run and drive beautifully, suggesting that the mechanical systems have been properly sorted and tuned rather than simply refreshed for display. The Spider's reputation for responsive handling and engaging driving dynamics is supported by the attention given to the suspension, making this an example that should perform as impressively as it presents. Visually, the car retains several highly desirable and period-correct features that enhance its authenticity and appeal. It sits on original real-wire wheels, an elegant and increasingly hard-to-find option that complements the Corvair's sporty yet refined character. All of the chrome trim is described as being in great shape, indicating that the restoration preserved or properly refinished the brightwork rather than cutting corners. The convertible top is reported to be free of any tears or damage, an important detail for open-top cars of this era and a strong indicator that the car has been well cared for both during and after restoration. Overall condition is described as exceptionally nice, reinforcing the idea that this is a high-quality example rather than an average restored Corvair. The combination of a complete restoration, powder-coated suspension, original wire wheels, excellent chrome, and a clean, intact convertible top places this Spider in a category that appeals to collectors and enthusiasts alike. Located in Las Vegas, Nevada, and priced accordingly, this 1964 Chevrolet Corvair Spider convertible represents a rare opportunity to acquire a distinctive, fully restored American convertible that offers unique engineering, classic styling, and strong driving enjoyment all in one well-finished package. Number 16. This 1972 AMC Javelin SST, offered at $10,000 and located in Fresno, California, is presented as an honest, running, and driving classic muscle-era project that already benefits from several significant mechanical upgrades. Originally equipped with a 304 V8, this factory SST has been upgraded to a much stronger 401 engine, giving it a substantial performance advantage over stock examples. The car retains desirable factory features such as air conditioning, power steering, and a front sway bar, making it a well-optioned Javelin from the start. The seller is transparent that this is an unfinished project rather than a turnkey car, but it is positioned as a solid foundation with clear potential for someone looking to complete and refine a distinctive AMC performance car. From a mechanical standpoint, this Javelin has seen meaningful investment aimed at reliability and drivability. The 401 V8 is fitted with an Edelbrock intake manifold and a Holley 4-barrel carburetor, and important oiling modifications have already been performed, though it is noted that a Lifter Valley oil line has not been added. Power is sent through an AW4 automatic transmission, and while the car does run and drive, the seller notes that the transmission slips between first and second gear, requiring manual shifting. The entire brake system has been fully rebuilt, and the front brakes have been upgraded to disc brakes using components from a 1977 AMC Pacer, a worthwhile improvement for safety and stopping power. In addition, the front suspension, steering components, radiator, and cooling system have all been replaced with new parts, showing that the focus has been on creating a solid mechanical base. The body and exterior present as typical for a Javelin that was originally equipped with a vinyl top. There are rust-through areas where the vinyl top once sat, and the lower rear quarter panels will need attention, though the remainder of the body is described as solid. The paint is acknowledged to be mediocre and clearly not a highlight of the car, reinforcing its status as a project rather than a finished example. A new front windshield has already been installed, eliminating a common and sometimes costly issue. Overall, the exterior condition suggests a car that would benefit from bodywork and repainting, but one that does not appear to be structurally compromised beyond the known areas. Inside, the interior is described as acceptable but in need of finishing or redoing, depending on the next owner's goals. An AMX-style instrument cluster has been installed, adding a sportier touch to the cockpit, and most of the lighting systems are reported to be functional. While not pristine, the interior provides a usable starting point rather than a completely stripped shell. The car is offered with a clean title and is currently in non-operational status, and the seller is clear that this is a cash sale only with no trades, citing multiple projects and a new family edition as the reason for selling. Taken as a whole, this 1972 AMC Javelin SST represents an unfinished but promising project with a powerful engine swap, upgraded brakes and suspension, clear documentation, and the kind of transparency that allows the next owner to realistically plan the final stages of completion. Number 17. This 1965 Chevrolet Chevelle Deluxe, offered at $42,000 and located in Rancho Cordova, California, is presented as a very clean, well-sorted classic that blends original California car integrity with thoughtful modern upgrades. The seller describes the car as clean and straight with no rust, a claim that carries weight given its long-term California history. It retains a clean title and even its original license plates, adding to its authenticity and appeal for collectors who value originality alongside usability. The Chevelle is positioned as a true driver rather than a garage ornament, with strong emphasis on condition, reliability, and overall presentation, making it suitable for regular enjoyment without sacrificing classic character. Under the hood, this Chevelle is powered by a 350 cubic inch small block Chevrolet engine that is said to run excellent, paired with a 200 R4 automatic transmission that shifts smoothly. The drivetrain is complemented by a Posey-equipped 10-bolt rear end with 3.55 gears, offering a balance of strong acceleration and comfortable cruising. Power steering and power brakes are present, with a front disc and rear drum setup that improves drivability and safety over earlier factory configurations. Additional mechanical upgrades include a new Edelbrock EPS intake manifold, a high-flow water pump, a new 140-amp alternator with updated wiring, and a new dual exhaust system that exits behind the rear tires, reinforcing the impression of a car that has been mechanically refreshed with performance and reliability in mind. The suspension and chassis have also received significant attention, elevating this Chevelle beyond a basic stock restoration. It features new tubular upper and lower control arms both front and rear, along with new Viking coilovers up front, giving the car a more modern stance and improved handling characteristics. These upgrades are well suited to someone who wants a classic muscle-era Chevrolet that feels composed on today's roads. The car sits on new 18-inch torque thrust wheels and tires, which provide a contemporary look while still respecting the Chevelle's timeless lines. Overall, the chassis setup suggests a car built to be driven confidently rather than simply displayed. Inside, the Chevelle continues the theme of tasteful modernization blended with classic style. It is equipped with bucket seats and a custom center console with a floor-mounted shifter, creating a more performance-oriented cockpit. A Dakota digital dash replaces the original gauges, offering modern accuracy while maintaining a clean, classic appearance. Air conditioning is installed for comfort, making the car enjoyable in warmer climates, and a new stereo system with speakers and an amplifier has been added for improved sound quality. The paint is described as being in very good shape, and combined with new bumpers and the overall cleanliness of the car, it reinforces the seller's description of this Chevelle as a very clean, well-finished, and great driving example. Offered with a firm stance against low-ball offers and aimed at serious buyers, this 1965 Chevrolet Chevelle Deluxe represents a high-quality, rust-free classic with strong mechanicals, modern upgrades, and excellent road manners. Number 18. This 1966 Ford Mustang Coupe, offered at $12,500 and located in Welton, Arizona, is presented as a solid and approachable classic that has already been upgraded for modern drivability while still retaining the timeless first-generation Mustang appeal. Backed by a clean title, this car represents an honest driver-level example rather than an over-polished show car, making it appealing to someone who wants a classic they can actually use and enjoy. The seller notes that the car runs and drives, reinforcing that it is a functioning vehicle ready for continued use, light improvement, or further personalization. Being an Arizona car, it benefits from a dry climate history that is often desirable when considering long-term body and structural integrity. From a mechanical standpoint, this Mustang stands out due to its drivetrain swap, featuring a 1994-era 5.0-liter V8 paired with an automatic transmission. This upgrade brings a significant boost in power, reliability, and parts availability compared to the original factory engine options, transforming the car into a more capable and confidence-inspiring cruiser. The car has also been converted to a front disc brake setup along with a 5-lug configuration, both of which are highly sought-after upgrades for safety, braking performance, and wheel selection. These changes make the Mustang far more suitable for modern traffic conditions while preserving the spirit of classic American muscle. The exterior retains the recognizable and highly desirable 1966 Mustang coupe body style, a design that continues to be one of the most iconic shapes in automotive history. While it is not described as a show-quality restoration, the emphasis is clearly on usability and solid overall condition rather than perfection. This makes it an ideal candidate for someone looking for a weekend cruiser, a local car show participant, or a platform for further cosmetic refinement. The straightforward presentation suggests a car that has not been overhyped, allowing the next owner to assess it realistically and decide whether to keep enjoying it as is or take it to the next level visually. Inside, the Mustang features a black interior that complements the car's classic character while offering a clean and functional driving environment. The interior is described as serviceable and appropriate for a driver-focused classic, matching the overall theme of a car built to be driven rather than stored. The seller is open to either a sale or a trade and even notes that cash or cryptocurrency is acceptable, reflecting flexibility in the transaction. Overall, this 1966 Ford Mustang Coupe represents a well-upgraded, running and driving classic with a desirable V8 swap, improved braking, clear paperwork, and strong potential for continued enjoyment or future enhancement in the hands of its next owner. Number 19. This 1966 Chevrolet Nova Super Sport, offered at $70,400 and located in Livermore, California, is presented as an exceptionally rare and highly authentic example of one of Chevrolet's most desirable compact muscle cars. Described as a true, real-deal super sport, this Nova is powered by the legendary L79 327 cubic-inch V8, rated at 350 horsepower and retains its original numbers-matching drivetrain. The car is positioned as an unmolested survivor-quality example, maintaining the kind of originality that collectors search for but rarely find. Finished in an extremely rare red exterior paired with a matching red interior, this Nova stands out not only for its mechanical pedigree but also for its striking and seldom-seen color combination. From a performance and drivetrain standpoint, this Nova represents the peak of mid-1960s small-block Chevrolet engineering. The high-performance L79 327 engine was one of the most potent small blocks of its era, offering high compression, aggressive factory tuning, and a reputation for strong revving power. Paired with a factory 4-speed manual transmission, this setup delivers the engaging, driver-focused experience that defined true super sport cars of the period. Being a numbers-matching example further elevates its value and credibility, confirming that the major components remain exactly as they left the factory, a critical factor for serious collectors and enthusiasts focused on originality. The body and exterior presentation are described as being about as nice and original as one could realistically expect from a car of this age. The car retains its original red steel wheels along with the correct factory hubcaps, reinforcing its authentic, factory-correct appearance rather than a modified or over-restored look. The lines and proportions of the 1966 Nova, combined with the correct stance and original wheel setup, give it a subtle yet purposeful presence that speaks to its muscle car roots without excess. The rarity of the red-on-red configuration further enhances its visual impact, making it a standout among even other super sport Novas. Inside, the Nova features bucket seats and a factory center console, key super sport identifiers that add both comfort and performance-oriented styling to the cabin. The red interior complements the exterior perfectly and underscores the car's originality and attention to correct detail. Everything about this Nova suggests careful preservation rather than modification, appealing to buyers who value factory authenticity above all else. Offered as a premium example with rare specifications, matching numbers, and exceptional originality, this 1966 Chevrolet Nova SS L79 represents a top-tier collector-grade muscle car that would be equally at home in a serious collection, a high-end showroom, or as a reference-quality example of Chevrolet performance history. Number 20. This 1962 Oldsmobile Super 88 4-door hardtop, offered at $1,200 and located in Port Orchard, Washington, is presented as a remarkably affordable and intriguing full-size classic with strong potential for a variety of custom or restoration directions. Featuring the desirable pillarless hardtop design with no window posts, This Super 88 carries the clean, uninterrupted roofline that defines early 1960s General Motors styling and makes these cars especially appealing to builders. The seller explains that the car was acquired accidentally at an auction and is now being passed along due to health-related downsizing, with the transaction described honestly and without added assumptions. The car is being sold exactly as it was obtained, reinforcing a straightforward, as-is offering that invites hands-on inspection and creative vision from the next owner. From an overall condition standpoint, the car is described as seemingly pretty solid for its age, particularly as a foundation for a build rather than a finished driver. While the seller openly states limited knowledge of the vehicle's mechanical details or history, the emphasis is placed on the body style and overall presence rather than specific running or driving claims. This positions the Super 88 as a blank canvas, ideal for someone seeking a classic platform for a lead sled, rat rod, lowrider, or traditional custom project. The long wheelbase and wide stance typical of Oldsmobile's early 1960s full-size cars offer excellent proportions for lowering, body modifications, or period-correct styling themes. The four-door hardtop configuration, often overlooked in favor of two-door models, actually enhances the uniqueness of this Oldsmobile, especially when combined with the absence of window posts. With all the side glass lowered, the car achieves a wide-open appearance that is highly sought after in the custom scene. This makes it particularly attractive for builders who value style, presence, and originality over factory-correct restoration. The Super 88 nameplate also brings with it a reputation for comfort, smooth ride quality, and upscale design elements, even if this example is now best viewed as a project rather than a preserved survivor. Offered at a very accessible price point with an open-minded or best offer approach, this Oldsmobile represents an opportunity to acquire a large, visually striking early 1960s hardtop for less than the cost of many project shells. With a transferred title already completed and no unrealistic claims made about condition or completeness, the listing emphasizes transparency and potential rather than polish. For anyone looking to build something distinctive, unconventional, and undeniably classic, this 1962 Oldsmobile Super 88 offers solid bones, standout styling, and the freedom to take it in virtually any direction they choose. Thank you for watching this video featuring 20 cheap classic cars for sale from the marketplace. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Cheap Classic Cars for more great finds. And if you know someone who loves classic cars as much as you do, be sure to share this video with them too. See you in the next one.